Hi everyone, I'm Rabimba. I'm Google Developer Expert and just working WebXR, so augmented and virtual reality, but using web technologies. I'm a GDE in web technology. Me in a nutshell, that's me. Work in Mozilla, and I'm a graduate student. I'm a PhD student at Rice University, and that's kind of all of me personally. So let's talk about what virtual reality is. Any experience with virtual reality? Like, have you tried any Oculus devices or anything else? You can just type in the chat. I am actually monitoring that. So this is a picture that's pretty long ago, and you can see that's the first conception of what augmented and virtual reality was. So as you can see in the picture, it was a whole room, and people could walk in the room, and there were sensors following you around, and that's how kind of had this. Fast forward, we now have a lot of sensors. These are our input sensors. So these kind of can track, and these kind of have inputs which you can actually map in a VR world. So you have wireless input devices, you have GPS antennas, you have sensors which can track you, which can track other objects, which can actually track the whole world. Now, these has to come and get projected somewhere. So in this slide, you can see vastly different 4 kind of like VR experiences. From the very left to the very right, you can literally see they are very different kind of experiences, where in one side we have HoloLens. We also have things like mobile, where you can just project something on top of real world, or you can just have a completely VR experience. So what are the things I'm going to talk about today is some of the problems we have and what are the things we already have today. So I'm going to more focus on the browser part of the VR AR, because I think after this talk, you all will be able to very quickly kind of create code in VR AR in browser, which you will be able to. So first, we need browser-level technologies where you don't have to use tools like Unity or Unreal Engine or any advanced gaming engine to create a VR experience. Those are awesome tools to use, but as a developer, I don't immediately want to devote more time to create learn more like complex technologies. So when I started like experimenting and playing with it, I had zero knowledge about Unity. I had zero knowledge about anything. I am % in Python and all those things. And it was very easy for me to pick up something which I can play, create a code, and immediately see in a browser and use my phone to actually get inside. We also need platform-independent VR framework so that something you build can immediately run in any device, be that in your iPhone, be that in your Android, or be that in your computer tethered to an Oculus maybe. These kind of enables us to have global technologies like social services, service for world knowledge. For example, you can create a Pokemon-like experience in browser where you create some object, some digital asset in one place. You don't have to share that with everybody. You just have to create it. Somebody tweet out a link, and anybody next can. Those kind of should be. Now the technologies. So I can divide into 3 parts. The first is the technology virtual reality, and some of the frameworks which enables it. One of the frameworks I'm going to talk about is A-Frame, and there are more. There are Babylon.js, and there are a lot of other technologies you can use to build up. But once you are familiar with one, you can actually start creating for others as well. Then we are going to progress to what WebXR is. X here is just for like crossed mixed reality. So it encompasses both augmented and virtual reality in a single space. These are some of the devices you already have. They all vary in their capabilities, starting from a literally like $3 Google Cardboard or free, depending on your home, to Google Daydream, to HTC Vive and Oculus. They all have a different level of capabilities. So when you are actually building an experience, you need to have this in mind, who your target audience is and can your application scale up or down based on that. There should, yeah. So why WebVR? Because it's open, it's connected, and it's instant because it's web. So I can create an application, I can create an experience in VR, I can just tweet it out, and you don't need to install anything. You just go to that web page, you just click on that link, and it's instantly, you open that and you can get that experience. Where can you have experiences? So if you are starting to build up, I would suggest you to check this site out. This will give you all the capabilities of which browser is supporting what of the APIs right now available to you. So starting from Firefox, Edge, Chromium, Chrome for Android, and Samsung Internet, they all have support for this. You will see Safari absent from this slide because they haven't yet completely taken up on all the APIs of WebVR. But you can already start building for them because of the mobile polyfills, which will help you bridge those gaps, though it's not as performant as native implementation of these other browsers. So let's go back to the framework, like what we can do today. So if I go for a hello world of like how I want to build a very simple application, a very simple VR application, these are actually all the lines I need. And let's have time to actually show you. Wait.
We have 10 more minutes, it's okay.
Actually, so if you just copy paste these lines in your browser, you will immediately have a experience. So this actually works with a lot of existing frameworks you have, the D3, Vue, Angular, and you can learn about it in the FM blog. So some of the experiences you can already build. So this is a painted. You can find it in. This is a painting application where you can just paint anything you want. You can also have a completely 360-degree experience inside your browser. This is an application created by Amnesty International, where you can see in real life and walk around what it feels like to have a bomb blast. So a little bit about WebXR. So mixing media person's perception is available. So this is the exact same, like exact same 5 lines of code I showed you in VR, but on top of a real. But this one is based on the challenges of AR are simple AR has the time markers and where we are doing it. But in the long run, this approach is not enough. We need wide knowledge to actually sense where it's happening. So, yeah, are we running out of time? Okay, so, oh no, so I thought I heard. Display is also diverse. You can have video with mixed real life and as well as virtual objects. This was supposed to be what was supposed to be HoloLens. It's not there yet, as you can see. So what can we do? What are we doing? Can we just mimic what extend what WebVR is and add native sensors to the scene? Problem is, augmented reality is more than just VR and video and spatial tracking, and mixed more than that. So what people have done is that we can have geospatial references, custom computer vision added with social sharing and cloud. So if you see, there are Google Cloud anchors you can actually use with AR anchors to actually have this experience. So one of the easy approaches have a webby experience to AR and have some of the same capabilities we have in web. Why not this? So this is a nice example of how you can actually do that. So this is using neural net to guess an object, get that object from poly, those like 3D models already available in. And this demo actually just shows that it tries to see your hand gesture and guess that what it is and tries to get it inside your VR scene. This is Mozilla Social Hubs. This is kind of like a VR conference room where you can just send out a link, like Zoom rooms we do, and you can just hop into it and you can just talk around with everybody. This comes with spatial audio, everything in browser, and already in place. This is some of the other demos of it. I'll just go forward and show you some other demos. So this is another where you can actually build an application, and I was running this in OSCON in browser. So you can just build this application and you can draw something like similar to the painter application I showed, but this is in AR. So you can draw something in real life and it will retain its position, and next time somebody comes in, they will be able to see what is there. This is in my glitch. You can actually still see it, and it's available. So the beauty of it is that you can take it, remix it, and web is now performant. You have these kind of experiences inside your browser, and you can actually show that to others. With the interest of time, I'm gonna go. So web is ideal platform for making these, and I would argue this makes it more accessible to everybody. Thank you. With that, I'm gonna finish my talk. The WebXR specifications I talked about today, they are all available in the immersive web specification. Some of the samples are available in the WebXR polyfill, not all of them. You can get in touch with me if you have any other questions. Shout out to all these fantastic people from Mozilla, Google, and Samsung who made a lot of these experiences and a lot of contribution made us possible to have this kind of experiences in browser today. And if you have any questions, you can email me, you can tweet me, and with that, I'm going to finish my talk. Thank you.
Thank you, Rabimba. It's not that we are hurrying you. It's I would like to see what you have to show us, but the frame rate is a bit laggy.
Yeah.
So we wouldn't get the whole experience, but we will gladly share your presentation to everyone that's here today.
Yeah, and if it's possible, I'll probably tweet out a few links if you have any hashtag for me to share, so that you can kind of at least experience demos. And these are glitch links, so you can like use your mobile devices to kind of like see the demos.
If you want, if you have them already on your hand, you can paste them in the chat right now, so people can immediately go and check them out. If that's
awesome.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Please, if you want, do that. But we'll send them later.
Yeah, I'll also share it with you in Slack. So yeah, I see one question already. What about the demo code? So I showed a lot of demos. Some of them and some of the new ones which I haven't shown. I'll just share the glitch links. So glitch is kind of an open platform where you can like create codes and you can see the code, you can play it, you can just like actually play it, and you can remix the code all you want. So those will be out. So I'll just share them.